What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Vagabond 256, 7, 8, 9, and then 260 is 40 plus 20. We got about 65, somewhere between 65 and 70 chapters left after this. But jumping into here, though, I don't know if you guys saw the community post that I posted like a couple days ago. And this is real. It looks real that they have, again, nothing's like in production or off the ground or anything like that. I don't know if you guys have watched the Arcane series. It's been praised like crazy for the just animation style and stuff that they choose to do with that. And the same developers want to, or they have an interest in that. Again, none of this is official until we see like a project has been officially picked up, or you know, an anime of it is in development or whatever you want it to be. But I think it's a good sign, and I think if you're a Vagabond fan, not even if you're a Vagabond fan, I think if you're a manga fan and your manga, if it's a popular one enough, has never had an anime adaptation or a decent one, you want this to succeed. Because I feel like if they were to pick this up and it came out and it looked good and they were able to adapt it in the way that it should be adapted, like that gives hope for like Berserk and maybe Tokyo Ghoul getting something again, you know, things like this. So you want this to be successful. So I'm curious what you guys think about that if you didn't already see the community post that we have. But let's go ahead and jump into this. Let me turn the volume down just a little bit here. Again, we're still waiting to see if he's ever going to fight again. That's essentially where we're at, and it's going to take some time. So I don't know if we get a time skip within the story, or we're just going to be going through it day by day. We had this random character show up at the end of last episode. That's, I don't want to know if I want to say facing off against Kojiro. Will he prove to be anything or worth anything? That's TBD. But are we recording? Yeah. All right. 256. Let's see what we got. I feel a heaviness in my stomach like lead. I've lived my life always bearing this burden. I feel it even now, as if the fighting still continues. The others have been released. Oh shit. All that he's killed too. I'm the only one still caught on it. Who really won? There are no winners, isn't that right? I don't know anymore. Deep inside you do. That weight you feel inside is the proof. There are no winners. There are no winners, but he hasn't lost, if you want to look at it from that way. They all lost. Yeah, they've been released, but they lost. But it's like they're released of the burden of that burden that he feels inside of him. So does that count as a loss if he still has to live with that feeling? So did they truly win since they got released from it? Depends what you want to look at. Sir, it's dinner time. I'll partake in the same. Talk to Otsu, for heaven's sake, be with her. They're both like avoiding it so much too. And we got her reasoning, what was it, last chapter, a couple chapters ago, that like just the fantasy of the two of them and the way she feels about him. She likes having that there and knowing that it's always a thing, because what if they get together and it's not there anymore? So I hear it's good to be a little aggressive. You must have tried something before. Perhaps you grabbed her leg like this. Yo, what are your feelings for her? What does she mean to you? I'm not saying. Make a home for yourself to return to? Hey, why do you want me to quit the sword? Make a home for myself to go back to? That's nonsense. How am I supposed to do that? How do I return to a place that doesn't exist yet? Tell me that. I see, you got me there. That does make sense, you know? To be honest, there's so much that I don't really understand, particularly when I see men trying to cut each other down. What are we? Why were we born? How should we live? Is there hope for us? I don't know. In this dark chaos, We suffer and struggle and make mistakes. You, of course, I suffer from being self-centered. And during the times I feel particularly so, the path I've tread thus far seems utterly in vain. It all seems so futile. You idiot, what's the point? If you survived those 70 men, there was something I was planning on telling you. Oh, what's this? Listen, the truth is, I recently heard a voice. Whose? Musashi, I brought you a stick. Will this do? Yes, that's fine. He's supposed to be a prisoner. You think it's okay? Is this for practice to keep his skill sharpened? Whose voice was it? What did you hear? Eh? According to this voice, our paths, yours and mine, both our pasts and our futures, have been completely preordained by the heavens, and because it is so, that's the reason that we are so completely free. Do you believe in the voices is the question. Okay, and then we're back to them fighting with the sticks. What power? His entire weight focused on the point of that twig. Who is he? Your name? What is your name? Wow, that's easily deductible. He did that quick. Deaf and mute. My first visit to Kyoto accompanying my lord. And I'm presented with the opportunity of a lifetime. Presumptions can be so wrong. I assume that the deaf and mute swordsman staying here would be a decrepit old man. But it turns out to be you. He knows him by name. Alright, let's see what we got. I mean, you'd be dead if they actually had swords, but I'm curious, like, what purpose this guy is going to serve in the story here. Guess we'll see. Contradiction. Preordained and yet completely free. Yeah, how have you been destined for something, but then how are you free at the same time? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make sense. They're completely opposite. A contradiction. But that's not how things truly are. Where do I start? You chose the way of the sword. I chose the way of the Buddha. The path of the Buddha is the path of the people. I undertook my travels in order to discover human nature. It was a journey to see things in man that I never wanted to see. How can that twig hold so much force behind it? The opportunity of a lifetime? What, to learn from him? Is that the opportunity here? Hey, Gawa, wonder where he went. Bathroom, perhaps? This Ogawa is the best swordsman I've ever come across. Is he, though? How many swordsmen you come across? I believe he even surpasses our sword instructor. Just between you and me, that is. Better than the Hasakawa clan sword instructor? He must be formidable. Koetsu, since we've come all this way, I want him to challenge a reputable fighter. Someone such as the invincible Miyamoto Musashi. Are you talking about me? What was inside of me? That was what you never wanted to see? I mean, everyone, including myself. Despondent over ourselves? What purpose is there in finding the ultimate answer? The folly in trying to enlighten others is it's worth nothing but the spittle from my own mouth. And even that comes back to hit me in the face. I want to wipe it clean away, so I continue my travels to seek out answers. That's how I realized we suffer most in this world when we lack a connection to the heavens. If there is some higher purpose to life, then you just have to let it be. You have to accept it for what it is. I mean, man's going through it. Then the doors opened up. All these doors that were shut suddenly opened wide. This was true freedom, and it was completely different from my previous notion of what that was. We are infinite. All our individual paths, they've been preordained by the heavens. and it's for that reason that we are free? He's contradicting himself again. As long as we release ourselves, our very essence, up to the heavens? Is that what you mean by being free? With all the suffering that you face now, I thought you might understand, Musashi, whether you truly won your battle against the 70 men of the Yoshiaka or not. What you are suffering is something that not another soul can possibly comprehend. In all the world, there is not a single person who can understand your suffering. But Musashi, don't you understand? Despite all that, you are still indeed connected to the heavens. It's a lot to take in. All right, where were we? We were 60, 7, 8, 9, and 6. Okay, we end at 60. Musashi, you must see that no matter what happens, you are always connected to the heavens. Only you must desire it to be so. Let us pray. So in the end, praying is all that we can do. It's more than just all that we can do. Neither is it an end. A prayer is where it all begins. We can pray at any time. The path you've taken may be important, but let us pray to the heavens. Who or what do you pray to, Musashi? The path I've taken? No, that's not exactly it. Does everything still revolve around you? Sun's going down. We can't see the stars from here, but let us pray with the heavens in our hearts. I mean, he's been trying to crack him since the whole story. What is this, the third attempt that he's really tried to like sit down and get him to like see a different way? The problem is, though, off of what he was just able to do, it's so crazy to think that he would quit the way of the sword and everything now. Now, he might not physically have a choice. If he physically can't perform because of his leg, then he physically can't perform. But there's no way you don't still try to chase that. Like I said, he came off the greatest like feat one could reach in his field. You know? It'll be talked about forever. It's already spread through the land. And there's no way that I don't want to like see if I can chase that feeling again. You know, or the things that come with it. I just don't see him giving it up now. Unless time passes and he truly cannot physically do it anymore. Shit, he's getting to battle a strong swordsman right here. Oh my god. All the times he would have been killed if this was a real sword. No, a twig and a sword are different. No, you'll have to forgive me. You'll have to forgive me. You'll have to forgive me that thought. I have never faced an opponent superior to me. This is a new experience for me. The twig is different from the sword. Oh, don't do it. Only in that my experience wielding the twig is far lacking. Did he draw? Oh god. You see they put like the marks off the side of his head. Kojiro, I don't know what Kojiro thinks as far as like, does he draw on weaker people than him these days? Like, he must know. Because I think there's a difference from like when he was throwing twigs with us, Musashi, and then him. It's not worth to draw here because I don't think it gives Kojiro anything here. He doesn't gain anything from this other than just killing him. Wouldn't that be wild as fuck if this guy's killed right when his like retainer or master is over here talking like, oh, he's the strongest swordsman I ever know. I want to have him face somebody strong, and he gets 2 tapped here. Oh wow, he does know that he drew. Ogawa, perhaps he's having stomach problems. Perhaps he's about to be dead and his stomach lying out on the floor. At times, even my own sword surprises me. It is so fast and powerful. At times like that, when my sword is feeling just right, the inside of my body feels like it's shining. Yeah, he like reaches it. And I feel the urge to laugh. It makes me feel like praying. That light, that's what you meant when you referred to the heavens in your heart, right? See, it's so wild that like that gives him that feeling though. So how does he let that go? I'm connected to the heavens. I think I understand. I see. The firmer you grasp the sword, it's free and infinite. Sorry, Taquan. I'm feeling so sleepy. My body needs to heal. Sorry. Alright, 2 more chapters. Kojiro, what do you do here, bro? Do you dare? Not do you dare, like, oh, you're gonna get in, kill, like, do we kill this dude? That's essentially what I feel like it is. It's like, does Kojiro make the choice to kill this man here? It's literally up to him to decide. The smell of the ocean, the smell of home. How can that be? Kyoto so far from the ocean? We came all the way from Kokura. Now I'm outside of the residence. I was only accompanying my lord. What am I doing here? Before me now stands the famous Sasaki Kojiro. He's so relaxed. What presence? This man's getting some really deep inner monologue thoughts here just to get his head cut off. I'm not overreacting. I'm calm. No, you're overreacting a little bit. I know you can't hear me, but my name is Ogawa. I've devoted my life to the sword. Yes, you and everybody else. I believe it was all for this encounter. All for this very match. I am fortunate. The opportunity of a lifetime. Moments like this happen for everyone. But how many recognize it when it arrives? Most realize too late in their old age, reflecting back upon their lives. I am grateful for knowing that this is the moment for me. He didn't draw. Yeah, he didn't do it. Still got the twig. And I'm curious, like, why he doesn't draw there. Again, we never get an internal monologue of him to even know. But my thing is, like, do you get anything out of drawing? Because I think he was able to gauge what Ogawa is not with the twigs. So it's like, do I really need to kill this man? And I don't know if Kojiro's gotten to a point of where he, like, comprehends, like, I kill people when I do these things. I don't know if he's grasped, like, life and death yet. I don't know. You still wield the twig? Very well. If that's your choice, then so be it. You chose your weapon, and I'll choose mine. He just licked the blade. Somebody come out here and stop this real quick. You call him your master, but what did he ever teach you? We getting a Ogawa flashback here? Oh, no. This is, I want to say Tanjiro. What is his name? It's a kid. Killing 70 men may have been a heroic feat, but during times of peace, he's nothing more than a beast. Oh, these are grown adults? I thought he was... Oh, wait, are these... I can't tell if these are kids or not. I mean, he didn't fight for a war. He fought for the Yoshiaka. He fought the Yoshiaka for himself, right? Killing 70 men for his own sake is beyond beastly. That's what our head priest said. You and your wise mouth, what a bunch of monks know. Oh, so now you want to fight. We're unarmed. You really do take after that beast. Take this, get him. Alright, they're jumping us, You bastard, that's it. Demon child. Hey, stop that, what are you doing? I said stop, no fighting. You better take back what you said about my master. Shut up, ugly witch. I told you damn brats to stop. You don't want to deal with me. And they all run. They call my master a demon beast. Some things don't change. Everyone used to call him that when we were children. A demon child, beast, a wild animal. Doesn't he care how others see him? I couldn't stand it. What is this sweet smell? Hello, hello. Now that he can't fight anymore, he'll probably spend his life with you. I want to spend my life with him, together, happily. But his idea and my idea of happiness aren't the same. I wouldn't want to stand in his way. What do you want to do? I don't know. Something that will make him happy? Oh, what? He has to bear the burden of... the suffering of 70 men? I doubt he can afford to be happy. Why is she seeing him? She's never seen Ueda in her life, has she? Or interacted with him ever? Alright, last chapter. Chapter 260. Flame of Vengeance. You chose your weapon and I'll choose mine. You choose your weapon and I'll choose mine. That's all there is to it. If that was a sword, he'd be dead. Yeah, there's just no point in him pulling out a sword here. Like, it's not a competition now, unless he just wants to kill this dude because he's annoying or feels like it. There's really, he doesn't get anything out of it. And I don't know if Kojiro started to grasp, like, I don't have to kill these people. Who knows? Ogawa, I heard your blood-curdling battle cry. Are you practicing here without even introducing yourself? I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I can't move. Unless this vengeful flame inside of me smolders out, it appears as if I'm here to stay. What? Okay, now we see... What is going on? Why is she seeing this? I recommend you stay away from him, young lady. Musashi can't escape from this vicious spiral. I can't speak. Spiral. Musashi's indomitable reputation will soon be etched in stone. There will be hordes of men coming after him. Some in the most treacherous, barbarous fashion. Just as Musashi once did to us. It's not wrong. My man just got dotted up by a twig and he had his full sword out. Ogawa, who the hell are you? Kojiro? Jesus, Ogawa, you defeated him with that twig? How in the world? He has no pulse. Kojiro as in the Sasaki Kojiro? Did we just get killed by a stick? Where was even the blow that we took? We see we're behind him here, but where do we get hit? Oh god. Well, I asked the question is like, is Ogawa gonna be worth a damn? Let's say no. I don't know if we were introducing a new challenger or what, but the Sasaki Kojiro. It's crazy how his name spread, because like, now that I think about it, what has he actually really done to garner this reputation? I'm trying to think about it on paper, but aside from like running through those men in the mountain pass and stuff, and maybe like plucking off a couple randos here and there, how did his name spread so crazy? I don't know, because it's not like he's been traveling and like battling Inshun and battling the Yagyu and the Yoshiaka like we had, like Musashi has, to where like rumors would spread of that. Oh, did you hear about that swordsman that challenged Inshun or the school or this? He doesn't really go around doing anything but like killing people that come across him and actually try him. I'm curious how the name got so big. And she's hunched over a little. Her hair's gray. She's only about so tall. I thought she might be staying at an inn somewhere close by. I don't know. Does she sound familiar? Not really. We were traveling together but got separated. She's my mother. Oh, did he cut off all the facial hair and everything? Unfortunate. Hey everyone, an old woman. Anyone seen her? I don't know. Maybe it's that old woman from the other day. She had gray hair and a cane. She was having a row with the medicine merchant. She was hollering, despite its overblown price, your medicine had hardly any effect on me. She was so loud and cantankerous that that fellow probably gave in. That's her, I'm sure of it. Do you know where she's staying? At least he's going to look for her to start. With all those lies I told, I lost track of the truth. Oh, I was like, I hope he doesn't walk up on her and she's like up there dying or something crazy. And it's only now that I realize what truly matters most. It's not too late for me to start over. Oh god. I was just saying, well, at least I was like, when he was running up these stairs, he was like trying to make it looked like he's trying to like try again. Like he's tried to start over multiple times under different names and lies and stories and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, does he truly want to seek out his mother here and like go home and like maybe try to find another path, whatever that path may be? He doesn't have to find it today, this year, the next year, but he could take his time and at least spend time with his old mother. And you know, in that time, he's walking up the stairs. I'm like, oh man, what if she's like up in there, like laid down, like people are caring for her because she's about to die. But then we see her. I'm like, oh, okay, he's got to get to spend time with his mother, so at least he has that. But all that backstabbing and lies and thievery and treachery and yada yada XYZ, his mom's gonna die right here in front of him when he's finally decided to. And then what does that do for his mental? He's got the weakest mental of anybody in the entire series. He's finally tried to put his head down, which I'm not saying he deserves everything bad that happens to him in life, but he doesn't also deserve the good. But good God. And it ends like that? Okay. Alright. Not too bad. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect of Ogawa here. If he was going to be like somebody new to add to the story, skill-wise. I think the only person that has gotten mentioned or that we've seen that we've yet to actually throw hands with or see them actually do anything is the grandson of the Yagyu. Now, given Takezo's current physical status and will he ever be, you know, able to perform again, I'm only going to be able to judge people on if they can fight Kojiro. It's really what it comes down to. It's like, can you throw hands with him? If you cannot, then like, okay, you were never going to be anything. Because like, I do want to see him fight the Yagyu grandson. But if somehow he comes across Kojiro and he can't throw hands with him, then it's like a fight I don't need to see, you know. So we'll see what happens with that. This Matahachi shit right here, oh God. Like I said, I didn't know what his story was going to be. If he was going to get redemption, or if he was going to die out somewhere in the middle of the night in a ditch all by himself. I didn't know how the story was going to go. And I'm not going to say it's karma for the things that he's done and said and tried to do, but his mom's over here dying. She might be dead right here. So we'll see what happens with that. Taquan and Takezo are having this like enlightened conversation, trying to understand what it means to go further beyond. Everything's predestined, but you're also free, so how can that be at the same time? So we'll leave it there and see. We'll see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,